guys, this is Aaron, and today I'm going to show you a tarot deck for playing games, which is called the Tarot Nouveau, or the New Tarot in French. People also just call it the standard French tarot deck, or it's also called the Bourgeois Tarot, and I'll explain why in a second as well. Now, let's have a look at this. This is a deck primarily used for French tarot. It's also used for Danish tarot, or Tarok as they call it in Denmark, and you will notice that it's got the suits like a poker deck, the international / French suits of clubs, spades, hearts and diamonds. The only difference with the suit cards is that you'll see that they are labelled in French. I've got them out of order here, let me fix that. But basically, the royal court, you have le roi, which means the king, so he's indexed with an R. La dame, which means the lady, she's with a D. You've got the added knight card that all tarot decks have, labelled in French cavalier, so C. You can also call it cavalier in English, some people use that name. And then last of all, we've got valet, so the, valet in English we say as well, the jack, the page, whatever you want to call him. So you've got 4 of them, plus the 10 in each suit. So you've got 14 cards in each plain suit. And then we have the trumps. Actually, before I get to the trumps, I'll tell you one other thing. You'll notice that the aces are just labelled as ones, and that's basically just because aces don't have any special sort of scoring in tarot. So basically, a 1 is a 1. And in French tarot, the ace is low. It is literally just a 1. Okay. Now the trumps. As you know, what makes a tarot deck interesting is usually the special artwork that you might have in the trump suit. And in these ones, it actually started not in France, but with a designer in Germany, or one of the people that made playing cards in Germany, where instead of having all the allegories like you have on like the older Italian tarot decks, and then that sort of goes across into the modern divination ones and things like that, instead of having those, they've just got pictures of people in 19th century Europe. This is actually why it's one of the other names is the Bourgeois Tarot in France, because you've got members of the bourgeoisie entertaining themselves. And what's kind of nice about them is each of the cards, you've got on each of them you've got something that is the same theme at the top and the bottom. One end is in the city and one end is out in the country. So at the top you've got some city folk playing cards, and down the bottom you got some people out in the country playing pétanque, bocce, boule, something. I don't know. It could be Skittles. And then you've got all of them. And then when you look, for example, here's le petit, the number 1, the little fella. And so at the top you have got a sad clown being told off by someone. And then you've got a fool in some kind of theatre show who's, I don't know, annoying a ballerina. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but that's that one. Other things, yeah, we got people sitting around. They're quite pretty. They're all fully illustrated. So all of the atout have some kind of things there. Now the French name that you use for the trumps is atout. So when I explain French tarot, if you watch the video explaining that game, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the French vocab that you would need. Now the last thing there, like all tarot decks, you have the fool, le fou in French to say the madman, le fou. In French tarot, in context of the game, normally you call him l'excuse. Again, that'll make sense if you learn how the game works. Okay, so if you want to pick yourself up this deck, they're pretty easy to find. You can jump on Amazon, or if you just Google jeu de tarot or tarot à jouer or something like that, you will find that. Let me show you the box. Looking for something that looks like that. These ones are pretty easy to find, and these ones don't cost too much either. Here in Australia, where obviously playing card tarot decks are not a common thing, I was able to pick it up for about $20, including postage. Someone had it here. If you're in Europe, you'll be able to get it cheaper than that. There's these ones. You can get a bit nicer ones made by people like Fournier, which is spelled Fournier if you Google them. But anyway, that's this deck. We'll be using this for French tarot and also Danish tarot. You can use it for others too if you strip it, but they're the ones that traditionally use it. Okay, catch you next time.